What's going on? Captain Paul here for the Talking Shit podcast. Seems like these videos have been going pretty well the past couple days, so I'm going to keep it up. This isn't going to be every single format, but I think the one takes are kind of interesting. And mind you, there'll probably be flubs here and there, but that's the nature of the beast. So what I want to talk about today is the Facebook whistleblower Haugen I believe his last name. I apologize if I am butchering that. And, what she stated and testified. So what she said in her testimony, there's really no surprise. Of course, Facebook is going to, hold vital information and withhold stuff even from the government, right? A lot of these bigger corporations aren't going to be completely honest. I think we'd be silly to believe that corporations are going to be 100% transparent. I think this Facebook situation leads to a far greater problem that I have that's going on currently in society, right? Everyone has to just consume social media. They need views, they need likes, they need comments, they need favorites, they need retweets, they need anything to get attention on social media, right? How many adults even do we know that are constantly on their phone and are always plugged in and don't allow themselves the time to get unplugged? And I think with this younger generation, they never give themselves a way to truly unplug from the internet. Now, I'm not being these fuddy-duddies saying, the internet's bad. No, of course not. There's a lot of magnificent things you can learn from the internet. Magnificent, you can meet friends, you can have conversations with people that have moved away. It's an amazing asset to have. That being said, I'm just going to say this regarding a statement that I think was a senator that said, I don't know off the top of my head, saying that person that gets bullied at school, now their bully comes home with them. Listen, bullying is a shitty thing. You need to know how to deal with bullying. You need to know how to properly go, and you need to go to your parents or some an authority figure within your school if you're getting bullied, and let them know. Right? There's no shame, but bullying shouldn't be happening. Kids shouldn't be feeling like they need to kill themselves, right? To because they feel so miserable. I think that's extremely tragic, and it's a shitty thing. So I'm not condoning bullying, and I don't want that to appear to be the message. But what I am saying this is to the parents. I don't know. Maybe you actually, and I apologize, the old battery thing popped up. I don't know, to the parents, maybe you actually parent, you do your job. I see far too many parents, even I have friends of mine that are parents, and I've made the comments, they don't like it, but I'm just being honest. Throwing iPads in their kids' faces, throwing phones in their kids' faces, a lot of technology to essentially so the machine can raise their kid instead of interacting with their child, going outside and doing activities with them. And I see that on I have friends of mine that are nanny. I have a family member that nannies, and a lot of parents are just disconnected these days, and they let these iPads and these devices raise their children and interact with their children instead of putting the work and effort in and spending time with their actual kids. I think that's what it has a lot to do with, I feel like parents in this day and age, not all of them, but there's quite a bit, right? There's quite a bit that just let devices raise their kids, and they go do off in their own thing. They're more they're more concerned about themselves. And when it comes to parenthood, when you have a child, it becomes about that child. The thing you like to do on a Thursday poker night, well, you and your wife got someone pregnant, or you and your girlfriend, had a kid, your life now becomes about supporting and raising that child. I firmly believe that. I know as soon as I have a kid, things are going to change dramatically, and it's going to be because my main focus is for providing for that child, giving them a great home environment, supporting them financially, emotionally, and giving them a great education. Things change, and when I see essentially people use Facebook or social media platforms as a way to they're destroying my children. No, they're not destroying your children. You are, because you're not taking time to spend with your kids. So that's my little side tangent on that. And as for the Facebook whistleblower as a whole, did we learn anything new? No, we didn't. We didn't learn anything new. We kind of knew that was going on, right? But let's stop blaming these big social media platforms, right, for the problems in our own household. Facebook, the misinformation shit, we can have a very good discussion about that. Me and Evil will actually have one about that too. But as for the, your children and the bullying and stuff like that, like, you can't blame Facebook for that, because that is a parent. I'm not letting my kid have a Facebook account until they're way older. I'm not gonna let. You see how many sickos there are out there? Fuck that, man. Exposing children to these fucking weirdos on the internet? No. So that's my stance on it, my opinion. And like I said, as for Facebook misinformation, how are you going to control that? Honestly, I've seen some even stuff get fact checked that was correct. So even their fact checking they're doing now is not necessarily working, right? Everything's just so fucking politicized now. You can't even say a statement without people getting offended. You can't say a joke without people getting offended. I don't think it's up to these corporations, right, to monitor what people do and say. Now, mind you, if they're making terroristic threats and there's like some crazy, like, insane shit going on in some groups where they're planning stuff, that obviously that needs to be taken down. I'm not going to disagree with that. But, you're always going to have shitty people, right? Because I think that's what a lot of this is about. It's like, oh, there's a bunch of hate groups and stuff like that. Like, you're never going to stop that. If they're not on Facebook, they'll form their own website. If, like, I don't know, maybe be on Telegram, or if they're not allowed on there, go to, I don't know, like, KKK.com or some stupid shit. Like, hate groups and losers like that, like, they're always going to be around. And should they be removed from the platform if they're, speaking hate and trying to bring violence on another person? Absolutely. But let's not be foolish to believe that they're going to go away completely, because there's always those certain group of people in human society, in our population, that they're just shitty human beings, and they'll justify their viewpoints in any way possible they can, right? Just if they don't want to like someone because they look different, they're not going to like them. And then when you try to like debate them on it, not all, because I've seen some really, I think Charlie Davis, I believe it's his name, he's actually, converted some people that were extremely prejudiced and like made them open their eyes. But some people are just, they'll choose to be ignorant for the rest of their lives. There's no way of changing that. So my tangent, essentially what I'm trying to get along with this fucking tangent, is that there's always going to be hate on Facebook, and there's no possible way. As long as these groups, if they're trying to get like violence out there, as long as they're getting taken down, that's what all you can do. Because who's to say they just can't make a new profile and just start all over again? You can't stop it. Am I saying, oh, stop taking them down? No, take them down when you can, but let's not live in this fantasy land like you can just stop it forever. Like, no, bad, and they're just going to stop. No, if people have evil and hatred in their heart, they're going to have evil and hatred in their heart. And this is to say this as well. Just because someone has a different opinion than you doesn't mean they should be taken down from the platform. Like, if someone has different, like, economic or even social policies than you, right? Let's just say the big, the children abortions and, like, children. Yeah, of course it's children, stupid ass. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at that. That was just a stupid statement. But, like, abortions or, like, health, like, you can have conversations regarding that, right? But I think, if it's something serious, like about, just hating person just a certain way they look, that definitely shouldn't be tolerated. But if someone just has different, politics than you, that's no reason should they be taken down from the platform. But hey, I rambled enough. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this whole Facebook blower situation? Facebook whistleblower situation? Let me know. I apologize, a little rambly. It's the last day of a long ass hitch. I am excited to go home. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and I'm not just saying a comedy. I would actually really want your viewpoints, because I do go into the Facebook. I'm sorry. I do go into the YouTube comment section and go back and forth, because I want other people's worldviews. I want other people's opinions. What do they think? Do they think, it's more serious? Maybe I'm incorrect, or maybe someone believes I'm correct. I don't know. We live in a wild and crazy fucking world. So for Captain Paul, this is Talking Shit Podcast, and I'm out. Peace.